All right, so I've got this friend from Australia that met through YouTube and so forth. Um, so I do have Facebook friends that have come from my YouTube channel, and we will communicate more through Facebook. Uh, she tagged me in this, and she said this has arch on the reptilian eye. I've never noticed that. Let's pick it up. Hang on just a second. Well, it's just as plain as day. I never saw it in my life. It's not arch. It's a B. ABCH. That is a line going under it. That's okay. Yeah, it's a B. AB, I'll tell her space CH. Not sure what that means. Doing a video on. And so it's got Trump, they said, written backwards, TRUMP. So we're going to have to really blow this up and really slow it down. Let's see what we come up with. This would be when the eye is over here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it for you without wasting your time. Somebody said they have China written there too, and that's Trump, TRUMP, sort of. And it's China, sort of. I can't really see. But where is this all at? Because that's the eye. I don't see the eye anymore. Turns into that genie. So we try to find it again in the video. I think I found it for a split second before it goes to the genie. I'd like to get that Trump backwards thing for y'all, right? It'll swap. Now see, the right eye is darkened with that genie. I've never noticed that before. So yeah, it's like Satan and he are sharing the right eye, like they're becoming one, you know what I'm saying? Now it's going to pop right there. And in that, I've got it slowed down about as slow as you can do it. So I guess somewhere in there is Trump, TRUMP. I don't know. Try it again. RU, I don't know. It's just tough. And there, TRUMP, much better there. 358. I mean, all this hits in 350 at the 359 second mark. I mean, if we didn't have it slowed down to a crazy slow speed, the right eye is utterly darkened, still at 359. And there at this, towards the end of the 359 second, you get where it pops back up. It's definitely not China. It's a CHA, if I'm not mistaken. We'll try to look at both here. CHA. There it went right there. Like it's so fast to do it. You really have to. Right there. There's a T right there. TRUM, maybe a P. It doesn't look like a P at the end though. Wonder if it's a P and an F fused together. Yeah, right. I don't know. RUM for sure, backwards. Pretty much. Anyway, I'm not going to hit on that all day because her work is incredible. The stuff that she's been giving me. I've got some of it in my prep. Lots of stuff with the archway. Lots of gematria. She hits a lot of different gematria. She showed me one where they talked about on 326 last year, Trump's impeachment hearing was dead. So there was Trump dead in the same sentence on 326 last year. And that's from the Sydney, the leading newspaper there. The impeachment of Donald Trump, 45th president of the United States, died on Sunday. The impeachment of Trump. The impeachment of Donald Trump is dead, Sydney Morning Herald on March 26th. So are we looking at that, next week as a high watch day? Yes. I most certainly am. Big time. Michael's looking at it, and he's looking at the other stuff too. I mean, he's looking at Trump's next appearance already. But before he goes down, he'll have stuff planned out, to make it look like it wasn't ever meant for him to go down. You know what I mean? Like to give you the illusion of randomness. Lindell's Facebook. What's his name? Brandon, and she's, she breaks all that down. The Gateway Arch City Religion. So there's a religion dedicated to the arch, I guess. The 31st of March must be looked at, because of the 313 coding for assassination. But I mean, she put some stuff out, man. I mean, she really does put some stuff out. Good stuff. And Gaelic, I gave that one some love. I wish I could get her stuff all the time or see it. I need to go to her page. Like I always hope people come to my page. This thing here came from AWTR, she said, I think. Combined Disasters card, which is coming, of course. Anyway, let's get to our prep. I'll tell you something about IPEC Goat. They're at 153 now for the 153,000 fish. 38 and 02 for, remember my numbers were 2, 24, 27, 38, 42, 45. And Michael told me the murder code is 83 and 38. And always had an affinity for that number and never knew why. 02 is for Earl, who was killed by a 22 caliber. And that's my divorce day. And you got the 38022 fused in with 153,000. And Michael, I just beat Michael to death with all these numbers that I see, how it pertains to my personal life, salvational process, the church, the bride of Christ, just all these different things as the Lord threw me into a numbering system when I was a kid. That's not related to any, numerologies or anything like that, or the pagan world or the New Age world or the occult world. But God apparently is of numbers, and there's a book of numbers in the Bible. It's about the census of the church. The church has always been numbered. He knows the number of hairs on your head. The Lord is into numbers, and he speaks to and through numbers. You just have to be very careful not to get any numbering system from a new age website, a new age book, numerology, so on and so forth. This is just stuff the Lord had me remember certain numbers of that happened at events, at deaths, weddings, funerals, I mean, divorces, and everything, the cost, for instance, like what I paid for my divorce, let's say, just every numbers that had to do with things he wanted me to remember. I remembered them. And now it came out July 3rd, even though they show it coming out, I believe it was June 20th or something. iPet Goat Video, Wikipedia. June 24th. There you go. So, but it shows it at Heliofont's website as July 3rd, and that's usually when Sirius the dog star goes dark. Sirius falls and rises. Sirius the dog star 2022.
According to EarthSky, it has the nickname the Dog Star because it's part of the constellation Canis Major, the Greater Dog. Sirius might also be called the New Year's Star. It'll ring in 2022 by reaching its highest point in the sky around the stroke of midnight.
So, oh, I know how to say Dog Days of Summer 2022.
In the United States of America, Dog Days will start on Sunday, July 3rd, and will end on Thursday, August 11th.
So there's that July 3rd, okay? And that's when it shows it being released. It rises back up. It goes dormant, it goes dark. Can't see it at night. And it rises back up at your 88 code for August 11th, 8th month, 11th day. There's also a full moon on August 11th. So if Trump's still alive at that point, we'll be watching heavily beginning in the month of August. Just right there, August 1st, boom. Really, you got to start watching when The Dark Knight was released July 18th. Dark Knight Rises July 20th, on the third day afterwards. That's no accident, by the way, on the third day. Because you include each day. July 18th, July 19th, boom, July 20th. So I would say starting at, and don't forget, 718, there's a Porsche 911 and a Porsche 718. So a super high watch day this year is July 18th. July 2022 calendar.
Showing pictures that match.
And looking at any type of death or the death of a Donald in 1988 would be tremendous. So the 18th is on a Monday. Okay. Rises on the 20th. iPet go to 727 in length. So anyway, and just to look at the August calendar. By the way, we were looking at the 3rd when the dog days begin. It's on a Sunday. If we were to look at the August 2022 calendar, began the divorce process on August 2nd. 802 is in text to Trump. That's on a Till Tuesday or Taco Tuesday. So Sirius rises on a Thursday with a full moon on a Thursday. Okay, all good. Got it. Louis for St. Louis. Michael, what do you think? Louis? Lefebvre or something like that. He's the front man for that. Obviously, the AI did it. But there's Louis. St. Louis is named after, King Louis the something. And I wonder what his name comes to in gematria, if it gives any dates. Oh boy. Yeah, anyway, iPet goat. There you go. The world famous iPet goat. World famous iPet goat. So let's go through Michael's prep so we don't waste your time, and then we'll get to my stuff. Donald Young, he is the Alaskan Republican and Dean of the House, dies at 88. And he's told me Donald Rumsfeld died at 88 years old. So they love their Donalds dying at 88. Comes to 9/11 and 3 ciphers. Gotta love it. Red October, which we love that October 2nd date. But they want us to love that date. So we have to be careful with it. But I still have it ranked, and Michael does, as number 1. I'd slide on over to mid-July or August for seconds. No, I think I'm going to go with March 26th. Something to really watch. April 5th keeps coming up for me in a lot of ways. I want to keep an eye on April 5th just for myself. There's no reason for y'all to. April 2022 calendar. I've shown y'all before the April 5th stuff. That is on a Taco Tuesday. It's my stepdaughter. Her birthday was the 19th, which today is now the 20th. And remember, I showed y'all many times she was born March times 19 times 1998, and her number has the 138 for Donald Trump or something like that. I forget which one. I think it's Trump. And there's the 88 for Trump and gematria, and the simple gematria, and the 86ing of the 88. And she and I are 13405 days apart. And that 405 came up in some other things I was looking at that sort of stuck out. So April 5th is just going to be something to watch for me personally. It is a Taco Tuesday. And I think, yeah, the March 26th, my Bible study in my dad's calendar, in my dad's old Bible. I don't have any sound going for this. Is okay, so it's the 3rd. So the Bible study that I'll be doing on the 26th, it's in the 3rd column, is okay, so it's the 3rd, and then the next 3rd. It's on page 1317. And it says War 88. I'll be doing that column because I do a column. It'll be the 3rd
see
column.
where it says chapter 11.
It's set up to
I'll be doing
3rd
verses
column.
6 through whatever.
Just like it's set up to be 3rd column on the 26th. 3rd, then 3 there.
Yep.
I'm just saying, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
War 88 on that column.
So does war
So the
be,
Bible study that I'll be
so does
doing.
war begin, because war would begin because of his assassination. Anyway, so we get that 1958 coding. We're going to do Michael. Let's go back to Michael. I got ADHD going on, don't I? Let's go back to Michael. Red October. Donald Young also comes to U.S. president. Tribulation. 88. World War. See, there's your war, and there's your 88. Didn't I just say war and 88 is on that by that column I'll be doing on March 26th? And Donald Young comes to 88 and World War. Isn't that just fascinating? It's just fascinating to me, stuff like that. When you see stuff like that, it doesn't mean anything's going to happen, but it's just the Lord throwing a little synchronicity at us. Comes to Russia, comes to 66th, which is Revelation is the 66th book of the Bible. Comes to 666, which is the world's theme of the book of Revelation. They're all about that 666. It's really about the cleansing of the Lord's bride, and then the marriage, and then the judgment upon the earth, and the cleansing of the church, the cleansing of the earth. Number of a man, which is also 666, or 666, I should say. So excellent work there, Michael. Oh, March 26th and the 29th. Got a lot of stuff with that. I'm not going to bore you with that stuff. I share with Michael a lot. Now, No Country for Old Men was coded 2021. But if you go backwards, it's 10-2. If you're going backwards, I love to go backwards. There, I don't go backwards. I never, they go backwards. October 2nd, 2022, or October 2nd, 22. October 2nd, 22. Kind of fused together. A bit of a reach, but we'll take it. We love the October 2nd coding that they do. No Country for Old Men, 138. 138, I told you, was Trump. I can't remember if it's Donald J. Trump or just Trump. I think it's Trump. Comes to 138 in the English gematria. It's Donald Trump. Donald Trump in simple gematria at 138. There you go. There's another 89. He's 1189 when he's Donald J. Trump. And he's got an 89 again, the third marriage number for Candy. Candy's not married yet for a third time. And only when she gets married will I really think we're, even though, yes, I'm looking at 326, but when he gets married, when she gets married a third time, because 888 would be her third marriage progression. That's going to be when things. So Track Down episode with Trump was, that was Track Down was in 1958, had a guy named Trump who got shot at the end. And what is that TV show that Enter the Stars likes to do? Quantum Leap. There was Quantum Leap, 1958. Quantum Leap, 1958. Quantum Leap, Killing Time, June 18th, 1958. TV episode in 1992. So they went back in time. Here's May going back. Oh, that's called A Wonderful Leap. This is Quantum Leap, though, where they went back to 1958. It's called Killing Time. It's pretty fascinating, isn't it? So there's a lot of 1958 stuff, and he pulled off the 1958 here with the coin. 1958 stuff with Trump.
No. You know what date is on this?
Is on the coin.
1958. It's been traveling.
1958. Of course he said 1958.
Traveling 22 years to 58. It's been traveling.
Coin.
1958. 1958. 1958. 1958. 1958. It's been traveling.
They love And the quantum leap, killing time, the kid looked like Trump in the car. And he's 12 years old. That's how old Trump was. That's how old the kid was. Quantum leap, killing time, 1958, cab scene. So they're in a cab. They wouldn't, the AI wouldn't bring it up for us. But I've seen people show the video before. Gee, this is the whole. Oh man, it's on my Roku channel. Are you kidding me? It's free. Showed him putting on lipstick, looking in the mirror. Oh, that was in the.
His only he awoke to find himself trapped.
So let's kill some sound here and put some commentary over it. So there he is with the, you know, that's an abomination to dress up as a woman. And of course, that's not even him, but it's the mirror image of the male, female, the mixing of the genders and so forth. They love doing that. I don't see anything in a cab as of yet. I went through this pretty slowly already. So I'm kind of going through it really quickly right now. And I'll slow it back down because I haven't. So apparently when he goes back in 1958, it's not the one where he's Donald Trump in a cab with his dad. So well, they gave it to us on YouTube. And the name of the YouTube is Trump leaps into.
Boy, we've come a long.
Trump leaps into Returns with Scott Bakula as Sam Beckett.
I was watching reruns.
So this is just where they just give you the truth. They give you the truth in plain sight. So there's Trump right there with his dad.
New York Realtors.
Oh, well, you know there's going to be
A brokers meeting. New York Realtors. And
So they're just gonna, they just sit right there and tell you.
influences a very special young boy.
All the world's a stage, isn't it?
Where are you going?
A brokers meeting. New York Realtors.
Oh, well, you know there's going to be a lot of money made in real estate in
Ooh, there's gonna be a lot of money made in real estate.
the future.
Really? Where?
Oh, well, I bet there are going to be a lot of taller buildings all around here. And
Commentary fair use for educational purposes. Quantum leap.
might even be some big glass tower right there next to Tiffany's.
So he's going back in time to speak to Trump because that's where Trump Tower is.
There you go.
Come on, Donald.
Come on, Donald.
Hello, Mr. Trump.
Hello, Mr. Trump.
Let's see.
Trump. So, yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, man? All the world's a stage. Yeah, I need to hold that. Oh, I don't know when I stopped recording. I was sitting there talking and thinking I was talking to you. I'm glad I looked for the red button. So if Mike wants to, did I show y'all the quantum leap? Yeah, I did. Yeah. And Mike wants to take a look at Mike Zoss Pharmacy. That's where the big explosion takes place. And big scene, Mike Zoss Pharmacy. It's on Telling Truth 3 if you want to watch the whole thing. If I run it here, they could give me a copyright strike. And then he's goes in, he needs all the antiseptics and painkillers and all kind of stuff. So anyway, that guy, of course, is Trump. He's the Antichrist. His name, his initials are AC, Anton Chigurh. And yeah, just fascinating how they pulled all that together. Sir and ma'am. Thought that was just pretty cute, kind of funny.
But I think once you quit hearing sir and ma'am, rest is soon to follow.
Of course, ma'am and sir. That's what James Bond says also. He calls her mom, ma'am. Yes, mom. And so on and so forth. We'll get back to my videos in a minute. Let's get back to my prep. And do we have any comments that are out there? So we do have some new comments and from some new people. Okay. 727 birth is a October 31st conception. Oh, when the veil is thinnest and what is known as the grand climax. Gates of Hades open. I'll get to meet a lot of new people. The living will meet the dead. Ring 72772 is my birthday. Maya Rudolph and I am Mayan. Maya is illusion. We are all in our heads. This is Mark Pate. So he's new to the channel. That was pretty bizarre to read all that, huh? What do you think? So there is Mark Pate, I guess. So Mark Pate.
Look over my shoulder here and you can like see the lights.
All right, very good. Welcome aboard, Mark Pate. And Suzanne Hartman said, did that just say alert HOAX? I don't think so. It was a bat that had rabies in my county. And so Susan said, Susan Hartman, I think she's new. Welcome aboard, Susan. Strong's Hebrew 7093. Which word? End, at the end, yet this is rendered. Daniel 11:6. Strong's Hebrew 2266. Year, a division, a time rendered as some Jamie suggests. Oh, we're talking about the Daniel. Okay, as a division rendered, some years, to unite, join, bind together, be joined, be coupled, be in league, keep up, have fellowship with, be compact, charmer. They will. Okay. Please look at Strong's definition. I'm having trouble with Hebrew, which reads right to left, entangled with English, leading left to right, keeping everything aligned in the comment. It will straighten out much of what you were saying about the confusion of the North versus the South. King of the North, King of the South. Oh, I'll never figure that out. It's too many pronouns. It's the he, him, her, his. Well, I mean his, and then he, his, he. And there's such a gap. I don't know if the him or he is King of the North or King of the South. And Bible Hub instead of Bible Gateway seems easier to me for using Strong's directly. I actually use Blue Letter Bible, but use them all. Just cross-reference them. For example, daughter followed by Melech, the daughter king, like a woman, Pharaoh, king, daughter, king. Never mind for those 1,000 years ago, never mind way more than 2,000 years ago, when the players seemed obvious to today could be confusing. Well, Susan, welcome aboard. We're glad you're here for sure. Always like, looking at the Bible stuff. Glad people, think enough of it to comment. So here's our right eye utterly darkened scene of the AC, Anton Chigurh, the Antichrist.
This is the best clue I can give you. It's either November 4th,
11/4,
the 11th of April,
11th month, 11th day, 4th month, 114th day of the year.
or the 114th day of the year, which is, I believe, April 24th. So April 11th, April 24th, or November. You got crime scene tape. You got crime scene tape. Crime scene tape. You got the November 4th or the 114th day of the year.
Remember, November 8th is a full moon. And it's another 88 code because it's 8 times 11. Just like August 11th is a full moon, November 8th is, are both 88 codes. They're both 8 times 11 or 11 times 8 coding.
Or the 11th day of the 4th month. That's what Anton Chigurh, he knows he's on the other side of the door.
That's how he opened all his doors,
because that's his calling card.
with that air pressure thumper.
Starts to pucker up a little bit.
Starts to realize he's about to die. And then, of course, Anton Chigurh, AC, his right eye is darkened.
Right eye.
So that's all. Pretty big clue with those various dates they gave us, I thought.
Can't stop what's coming. Can't stop what's coming. Can't stop what's coming.
Nope, sure can't do that.
Can't stop what's coming.
So, and this is something I thought was pretty telling, pretty strange.
There's a lot of symbolism in his story at the
I couldn't really understand it. I just know I heard the word horn. I heard the word darkness. I heard the word cold. I heard the word snow. And you start thinking about Ipek goat, which is all about the deadly wound to the horn. A horn blows the first time you see the Antichrist. The trumpet starts to blast an Ipek goat. And or when the horn starts blowing, it's the foreshadowing of the trump of the horn. Jesus said the Antichrist would be here in his own name. Horn, trump, trump, horn. And because the horn is the Antichrist in Daniel 7, which matches Trump Tower's 5 multiple addresses, 721 through 725, which perfectly matches the passage of the little horn as the Antichrist, Daniel 7:21 through 725. Excuse me. So And you got the cold, the snow, like the North Pole, iPet goat, rising up out of the abyss. You know, so he's painting the picture of cold. If I'm not mistaken, he's talking about the moon. Trump's the moonshot. He does say moon. So it's all brought up, which is all out of iPet goat, you know, the snow on the ground, the cold, the moon,
Child.
which is all about the horn. He says all those words. I can't follow the story though. It's just, it's a little too bizarre for me to match up exactly what he's telling you. But there's definitely, you know, and the Ghost in the Machine
There's a lot
wrote it.
of, I can't think of them all. I just only heard it once and I just rewound it when to record it.
It was about meeting him in town somewhere to give me some money.
That was first dream. Second dream,
Second one, it was like it was both back in the older times. And I was a horseback.
So Rider of the White Horse, you know, the four horses of the apocalypse. Back in time, it was written about the four horses.
Going through the mountains one night, going through this pass.
so he's on a horse.
Cold,
Cold, iPet goat, nothing but cold and snow.
Cold.
snow,
Snow, iPet goat, snowing like crazy.
No.
down, he rode past me, kept on going.
iPet.
Commentary fair use for educational purposes. Fair use. Came out November 9th, which is 99, or May 19th at Cannes. This movie's absolutely crazy. Thought it was one of the most fascinating movies I'd ever seen when I watched it, but it's by Miramax. So No Country for Old Men, Miramax, fair use for educational purposes. There we go. No Country for Old Men, Miramax.
Goats, no. Cold.
Had his blanket
Blanket is not anything from my pet goat.
wrapped around him with his head down.
Head down. When Trump goes down, do they wrap something around him? I don't know.
When he rode past, I seen he was carrying fire.
Carrying fire in a horn.
Fire.
Horn, the way
Horn.
we used to do it.
Carrying fire in a horn. I want to click off their subtitles so we can read the movie subtitles.
Had his blanket wrapped around him with his head down. When he rode past,
Was carrying fire in a horn. And you know, they talk about the fire rises because he's the phoenix rising from the ashes.
I seen he
The ashes are due to the fire. The fire is the storm.
was carrying fire.
Fire.
Horn, the way
Horn.
we used to do it.
Horn.
You could see the horn from the
I
lighthouse,
could see the horn from the light
Horn.
side of it, about the color of the moon.
and the moon is brought up. Trump's the moon
Moon.
child.
In the dream, I knew that he was going on ahead.
Going on ahead, which is what Trump does. He goes on ahead after the deadly wound, fakery, and runs World War III, which might be pretty much what all the King of the North, King of the South stuff's about, is the wars taking place, which we don't really see because we don't have electricity. But a lot of that might be symbolism for that, along with stuff that took place in olden times between the Medes, Persians, Greeks, and so forth, which is what they tell you in commentaries, that it's about, you know, the Grecian Empire. And we showed you that in that video of Antioch Epiphanes, or whatever his name was, who was supposedly one of the seven kings, which Trump, of course, is the seventh and the eighth. And so, yeah, I lost my train of thought.
He's fixed.
Oh, but we do know at the end, it starts talking about, it says these things will take place at the end of days. It says end of days in Daniel. And then it does show again the abomination of desolation in 1131. I believe it's 1131, just like it does in 813 and in 927. That's all saying the same thing.
Michael Fire somewhere out there on that
The
dog.
fire, right?
No fire,
This
right?
is darkness, cold.
Fire, dark,
Cold.
cold.
I knew whenever I got there, he'd
Whenever I got there, he'd be there.
be there.
Anyway. Very interesting stuff. Room 138 for Donald Trump in simple gematria. We've relearned. So the room was Donald Trump's room. Phone bill records. This was kind of interesting. There's a 51 and a 52 for my first and second marriage number. There's 53 for my third marriage number. It's like, good grief. There's some 121 coding for May 1st. This is all taking place in May. All these numbers. There's the 87s. I've been showing Michael a lot of 87 stuff. Showing Michael a lot of stuff. There's your 56, the 66. 66 Book of the Bible. You get a lot of 210 for October 2nd coding, which is coded with Mayday. Mayday, Mayday. You know, here's October 2nd coding right here, 10002, right below the 333. So, you know, nothing they do is by accident. Again, Dallas, May 9th, I believe is, you know, big time dates. May 6th, May 7th, May 8th, May 9th. Big time dates to look at. After receiving the video you gave me, I gave to this lady, but yeah, that was the lady, a friend of mine. I gave her the BitChute video that I gave Dale in the description that Michael gave us. And she said, oh, definitely thought it's not what it's, everything you're seeing on the news of over there, where the ritual for war for the, you know, red, black, and pale horses going on. It's a ritual. It's very much so not what the way it appears. She said, oh, it's definitely not the way it appears. My husband had some customers and they said they were from over there and they had already told him that it's not what it is at all, what's going on, even from the RUSSIA, that's the name of a country, RUSSIA, even from James Bond, From Russia with Love side, they said that it's not like what we say on TV. Well, there you go. Lions for Lambs, interesting movie I'm going to watch. My son and his wife are watching it tonight. And Lions for Lambs, 88 minutes. Duh. And it came out November 8th, which is this year's full moon in Hong Kong, and November 9th in USA. In the year 2007. So definitely something to, you know, and it was, you know, Robert Redford, Meryl Streep, Tom Cruise in that movie. Oh, this is AWTR, I think. I'll put this down in the comments also. All right. Love y'all very much. All right. Thanks for your comments. Thank you, Michael. Good stuff.